Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this super feminine and cozy cocoon cardigan. It's really easy to crochet. As always, the free pattern is available on my blog. The link will be in the down bar. And this is a super beginner friendly crochet project. It features a granny square as the basis of this cocoon cardigan. A lot of pictures on my blog. Again, the link is in the down bar. And so you can have the full effect of this project if you look at the photographs on the blog. And so it also features a chain arc edging, and I absolutely adore this project. So for this project I used this yarn, which is Drop Air. And this is an absolutely amazing yarn. It's considered an Aran weight, so a medium 4 yarn. And it's made from 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide and 7% wool, and it's so soft. It's really soft. It comes in 50-gram yarn balls, and I used 6 of these for this project, just under 6 skeins, so it's a really great project. I also used a 5mm crochet hook, as well as a tapestry needle and a pair of scissors, and you will also need 2 stitch markers, and that's it. And I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets. And I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps to grow my channel. And if you enjoy feminine crochet, don't forget to check out my Patreon page. Again, the link is in the down bar for more feminine content. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump into the tutorial. Okay, so I'll begin this tutorial by showing you how to crochet a granny square. And for size S, we do have 32 rows in total, so I'm just saying that so that you know. So for the other sizes, just go and check my blog, selinaveronique.com, and check how many rows you need. Okay, so to begin this tutorial, you will be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and create your slip knot, pop your hook through. And now what we are going to be doing is chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once you've chained 4, what we are going to be doing is slip stitching to the first chain. So just go through that chain with your hook, pull up a loop through both loops. And this is what we have. We have a circle into which we will be crocheting. So now what you are going to be doing is chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3. And this counts as our first double crochet. What we are also going to be doing is weaving this end in as we go. So yeah. So now what you are going to be doing is placing 2 more double crochets within this center. So just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into the center, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that is a double crochet. And just go ahead and place another double crochet within that center, like so. And this creates our first cluster of 3 double crochets, because this first chain 3 here counts as a double crochet. Now what we are going to be doing is chaining 2, 1 and 2, and this will be a corner, but all of this will make a lot of sense as we progress in this tutorial. So now go back into the center with 3 more double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. And this is another cluster of 3 double crochets, and as you see, this creates a square with the chain 2 here. So now what we are going to be doing is chaining 2, so chain 2, 1 and 2, and go back into that center with 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and now chain 2, 1 and 2, and go back into the center with 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and this is another cluster of 3 double crochets, and we've almost finished this round. So this is our first round, and to finish off round 1, chain 2, 1 and 2, and go into that first chain 3 that we did to slip stitch to close off this round. And this is what I have, and what we are going to be doing is pulling on the center gently on this loop, on this loose end, sorry, to close this project. And yeah, so this is what my round 1 looks like. And now for round 2, and you see we have 4 clusters of 3 double crochets and a chain 2 that separates these clusters. Now chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. Turn your work, and now we are going to be working inside this space. And I just want to say that it's important to turn your work at each row, because otherwise your project will be all funny looking. So to have a perfect nice square, remember to turn your work at every round. So now that we've got this first double crochet, go ahead and place 2 more double crochets within this space. So now we've got our first cluster of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 1 and 2, and go back in that space with 3 double crochets, and that creates our first corner. Go, and this is what we have. Now go into the next space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and place another 3 double crochets inside that space, 1, 2 and 3. Now go into, and you see this creates another corner. Now go into the next space with 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets, and that creates our third corner. And to finish off this round, just go directly into the next space here with 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and 1, 2 and 3. And this is what we have. And now what we are going to be doing is slip stitching to this chain 3 here to close off this second round. And as you can see, our square is getting bigger and bigger, which is what we need. And now you can notice that we not only have corners, like this is a corner, this is a corner, this is a corner, but we will also be having more and more what I call normal spaces. And this is the space here, and these spaces, there will be more and more as our project gets bigger and bigger. So now chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and we will be working inside this space, which is, like I said, a normal space. And we are going to be placing 3 double crochets into that space, and that's all we will be placing, because this is a space on the side, and we will be placing 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets only in the corners, and obviously there are only 4 corners. So go into the next space, which is also a corner, and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and go back into that corner with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, like so. And this is what we have. And now we are going to go directly into the next space, which is a normal space, and place just 3 double crochets into that, 1, 2, 3, and now go into the next space, which is also a corner, and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and 3 double crochets, 2 and 3, and this is what this looks like. Now go into the next space, which is also a normal space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and now go into the next space, which is also a corner with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, go back into that space with 3 double crochets, because obviously this is a corner, and you see this is very easy to pick up, so I'm just going to let you carry this on. So there's not a lot left to this round, so just go into the next space with 3 double crochets, and then go directly into the corner with 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then I'll show you how to finish off this round and how to do the next round. Okay, so I finished this corner, and what we are going to be doing is slip stitching directly into that chain 3 from the beginning, and this is what we have. And as you can see, our granny square is growing, and we have more normal, what I call normal side stitches. As you can see, we've got one here, and now a second one here, and then obviously the 4 corners, which makes sense, and then a side stitch and a side stitch. And so these, what I call these side stitches, well, spaces, it's more like spaces, sorry, those are going to get more and more, and so this is where we will be placing our cluster 3 double crochets, and I hope I'm making sense. So now for the next round, we are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, turn your work like so. And now what we are going to be doing is placing 2 more double crochets inside that space, like so. And this is a cluster of 3 double crochets. Now go into the next space, which is a corner space, and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2. So chain 2, 1 and 2, and place 3 more double crochets into that space. Now go directly into the next space here and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. And now go directly into the next space and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Now go into the next space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and 3 double crochets, and this is a corner. Now go into the next space with 3 double crochets, so 1, 2, and 3, and go into the next space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then go into the next space, which is also the corner, with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And now just go into the next space here with 3 double crochets, and the next space here with 3 double crochets. Go into the next corner space with 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then go into the next and last space with 3 double crochets, and then I'll show you how to finish off this round. Okay, so I finished the last cluster of 3 double crochets, and now I'm just going to slip stitch through this here. And this is what we have, and I apologize if there's a color difference in this sample. However, I ran out of yarn for my sample, so apologies. So this is what we have, and now what you are going to be doing is continuing this pattern round after round. So just carry this on, chaining 3, turn your work, place 2 more double crochets here, then go into the next space and place 3 double crochets into that, and then into the corner where you will place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then in the side spaces just 3 double crochets on their own, and so on and so forth. So it's really simple. Just carry this on until you have the number of rounds that are necessary for the size that you are making. In my case, I am making size S, and that is 32 rows that you will be needing if you are making size S. And like I said, if you're making a different size, just check my blog and see how many rounds you need. And I'll meet you back to show you the rest of this pattern once you've done all your rows. So I've got my square, and like I said, I crocheted 32 rows in total. I'm just checking on my book. Yes, 32 rows, and I've measured my square, and this square measures 33.5 inches, which is 85 centimeters. Okay everyone, so I'm just filming this from my phone because it's easier. than on the table. I'll get back to my workstation in a moment, but I'm just showing you my finished square. And what we are going to be doing now is folding this square in half. So just choose whichever way you want to fold it. Obviously this is a square, so it doesn't matter which side. So there we go. This is how I folded mine in half. Apologies if this looks a bit more amateur than usual. So like I just showed you, just close your, fold your project in half. As you can see, I folded mine in half. Make sure it's symmetrically folded. And so this is what we have. If you need more help with this part, don't forget to check out the blog. And there's plenty of pictures on the blog. So now we've got this, which is the center fold, as you can see. And these are the two, the other side, the opening side. And so what we are going to be measuring now is this part. So we are creating the arm opening on each side, so this will be repeated on the other side of the project. So just take your measuring tape and measure 9 inches. So you need 9 inches from this center fold here up to here. Okay, so I've measured 9 inches and I've placed a stitch marker here, as you can see. I'm just going to remove the measuring tape for now. And what we are going to be doing now is stitching from this stitch marker here to the top. So we're going to stitch this in. And so to do so, I've taken a long piece of yarn and my tapestry needle. And I'm simply going to pop my needle inside like this, and I'm tying my yarn onto the project. Now I'm going to zoom in a teeny bit and I'm going to sew this part in. And to do so, I am personally going to be using the mattress stitch. And so the mattress stitch is a stitch where you go in one side and then into the other directly, and this creates a more seamless stitch. However, you can use whichever stitch you prefer. So just go ahead and do this on both sides. And so once you've finished sewing in this side, so once you've reached the top here, you are going to tie a knot and then fasten in your loose end and then snip off your yarn, and repeat the process like I said on the other side. And then I'll get back to you to show you how to crochet your sleeves and how to crochet the front opening. So I'll see you in 1 second. Okay, so I'm back and I've sewed in both sides. So let me de-zoom. Okay, so I've sewed in both sides, and this is one side, and as you can see, this has created the arm opening and it's also created the front opening. So I apologize if on camera this isn't very clear. Just go to my website, like I said. There are lots of photos, but this is pretty simple, to be fair. So now we've got the front opening here and we've got both sleeve openings. And what we are going to be doing now is the sleeve opening pattern. So as you can see, I've just turned my project round so as to show you what I'm going to do, and this is very simple. So take your yarn, I'm just looking for my crochet hook at this point. Okay, there we go. I've got my crochet hook and I'm just going to attach my yarn. I'm going to attach it here actually. So just go ahead and attach your yarn at any point of this opening. It doesn't matter which stitch you attach it to, and obviously this is on the opening side. Obviously, just pop your hook through, and now what you are going to be doing is chaining one. I am going to zoom in because we can't see it properly, and we are going to be working around. So now we're working around this part to create the first sleeve. Now go into the next stitch and place a single crochet. So to do a single crochet, take your hook, go directly into that stitch, pull up a loop. You've got 2 loops on your hook, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that creates a single crochet. And as you can see, I'm fastening in my loose end as I go. Now go into the next stitch with a single crochet, and into the next stitch with a single crochet, and just go ahead and place single crochets all the way around this front opening, and I'll get back to you to show you how to finish off this round. And like I said, just go all the way around, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I'm back and I've gone all the way around, as you can see, with my single crochets, and now I've reached the beginning, the first stitch that we did, the first chain 1, and what we are going to be doing is slip stitching to that first chain to close off this round like so. So slip stitch to close off this round. And so now for the next row or round, we are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. Sorry, I'm trying to show you. So this counts as our first double crochet, and it goes with this stitch here. And we are simply going to be going into this next single crochet and placing a double crochet into that. Excuse me. And go into the next with a double crochet, and go into the next with a double crochet, and just go ahead and place a double crochet all the way around, and just go around until you reach this first chain 3 that we just did. Okay, slip stitch through that chain 3 here, and then add 2 more rows of double crochets. Yes, and so add 2 more rows of double crochets, and so that means we will have 3 rows in total of double crochets. And once you have those, I'll show you how to finish off the sleeve. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I've done my 3 rows of double crochets. So now to finish off this sleeve, we are going to be adding a chain arc edging. Sorry about that, I'm just going to zoom it in a bit. So for the chain arc edging, you are simply going to be chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. Chain 3, and as you can see, this is very simple. Skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet, and just carry this on until you reach the beginning where we started, and then I'll show you what to do then. So I'm back, and so I finished almost this pattern. So skip this last stitch here and go into the last with a single crochet, and as you can see, this looks really nice, this chain arc edging. So once you've finished, you are going to be snipping off your yarn and pull your yarn through, And that's it. And repeat this process on the other sleeve. As you can see, it looks very pretty. I'm just going to de-zoom. So this looks really nice. Obviously, we will be tying in our loose ends. And I apologize for the lighting, which is not as good, but yeah, I live in the north of England and it's only 2 o'clock but in the afternoon, but it's already going dark. So yeah, I apologize. So now I'm going to show you how to do the front of the cardigan. So the front opening, so let me see if I can de-zoom even more. So this is the front of the cardigan, and so we are going to be attaching our yarn once again. So we are going to be attaching our yarn. So you can use any stitch, but I'm actually going to attach the yarn to this side stitch. So this is a stitch here at the side, so it's not the front or the back, so it's at the side. Just attach your yarn. And when I say the side, it's where the seam is. So this is where we were sewing. So this is where I've attached the yarn. I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to pop a single crochet all along this front opening. So round 1 is a round of single crochets like I showed you previously for the sleeve, but just repeat this for the front opening. So at the front of the cardigan, just go ahead and place a round of single crochets. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and now I'm just going to slip stitch to that first chain 1 that we made, like so. Just go ahead and slip stitch, and now what you are going to do for round 2 is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this counts as our first double crochet. Now what we are going to do is go into the next stitch with a double crochet, and go into the next stitch with a double crochet, and into the next stitch, and just place a double crochet into each and every stitch across, and go all the way around, and I'll get back to you to show you how to finish off this round and do the next one. Okay, so I finished this round, so I'm just going to slip stitch. And now that we've finished this round of double crochets, what we are going to be doing is a round of chain arc edging. So we are going to be chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3, skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, skip a stitch and go into the next, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, skip a stitch and go into the next, and carry this on until the end of this round, and then I'll show you what to do after that. Okay, so I've almost finished this chain arc edging. I'm going to put my last stitch through, and then I'm going to snip off the yarn and pull the yarn through, and that finishes this round, and this finishes this project. So I'm just going to de-zoom and show you where we are at, and there we go. We finished this project. We finished the front of this cocoon cardigan. I love how it looks. I love, obviously I've got loose ends, but I love the look of this cardigan. I hope you enjoyed it too. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to go to my website for the free pattern, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.